They say just do it. I say do it like this. I may have talked about this before, but it came up again, this notion of free speech and the internet and YouTube, right? There's an agenda, so there's only certain things you can talk about here. If you want to talk about something else that doesn't fit the agenda, the community guidelines of YouTube, of Facebook, of Instagram, then you have to have another place to talk about them, right? So why do I mention this? I mention this to make it clear and to express the idea that everyone moves by agenda. There's no such thing as a person or an organization that does not have an agenda. And that agenda makes for the boundary conditions for participation in that community, right? This is how humans relate, period. So the notion of free speech is always managed by the agenda of the participants. And I would say that the agenda of YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, right? The agenda for those platforms is to make money and control the people such that that money machine can continue. I don't think I'm unreasonable in saying that. Is that unsayable? Is that cancel cultural something or other? I don't know. But I'm putting it out there so that you recognize that I recognize the game that I'm playing and how I'm participating. And that the notion of free speech and speech that actually represents how the world actually works, I would say is highly regulated. And I say that because the way the world works supports things that people don't like. And I'm not going to say much more about that. And some of those things that people don't like, you like. And so I'm going to leave it at that. That's definitely not for sharing too much in a video, popular, open forum setting. That's private. And everybody has private feelings. Everybody has a dark side, so to speak. There's nothing new about that. If you talk to any sex therapist or psychologist or whatever, and even if you do, research on psychopaths, everybody has some kind of, predilection, so to speak. How it gets expressed, of course, is important and needs to be community regulated. I'm not arguing against community regulation. I'm just saying, what are those community regulations, and are they maximizing your freedom of expression in balance with community needs, right? And this is an ongoing conversation for tradition, right? There's no one answer. It's always a conversation, and that's my point. So I've gotten out a little bit more about this notion of free speech. There's no such thing. There's always boundary conditions. That's an unavoidable. And when you understand that, you also understand that your expression of freedom is within those boundary conditions and having fun therein. So now that you know that, it can help you move differently. And as you fellowship with people like me who are moving in this with more and more magnetic embodiment, is that a phrase I can use? The impact in how you feel about what you're doing and how you're doing it will be tremendous. So they say just do it. I say do it like this. There's always an agenda. And so be aware of the agenda and how to move in the agenda so that you can live your desired lifestyle.